Yeah, hi friends. Doc South here. I'm just looking here, beginning to feel like maybe I'm uglier than sin. I don't know. Lord have mercy. But and a lot of it's my own darn fault. You get right down to it. I'm looking at this hat, for instance. No one can really tell. I don't know who wants to look at the bottom of a ball cap visor, and then you miss whatever's on top. I mean, as far as what's the logo that might be on the ball cap. I don't know. So I think from hither on in, I'm going to keep my ball cap more down. I don't know. I think somehow, I don't know. It just, I mean, I'm no barber or beautician, but I just feel that looks better. This up so high feels like something out of the Bowery Boys movies. You know what I'm? Yeah, which is fine. They're great movies. Yeah. And then I've got glasses coming. Better glasses have been are in the works. Thank heaven, because this one eye was really having some trouble. But I think they've got it. I think they've got it licked. The eye is I don't know. I think they had to. Well, it's still a little. But again, a lot of that's just blurry because it's a bit swollen. But notice all of a sudden the retina. I think it's the retina cornea, perhaps. The blue part seems to all of a sudden be working just a tad better. I don't know. It's still a little blurry, but I think that's a lot of that's the eye drops and stuff I have to take. But I had an eye doctor working on me. Oh my gosh, yesterday, day before maybe. Gee, a good hour I was in the office there, and he's checking all this stuff out. So I think I'm going to have better glasses. Should be able to see better. And I think he's getting the glasses that take in some of the excess light that comes at you when you're like driving at night. Because boy, I'm telling you, lately I get clobbered with the high beams and stuff, or even in some cases the low beams of a car. It was just too much, making me kind of wary to go out driving in the dark. But I think now we might be on the right track. Might just be. Speaking of, oh my God, driving, I don't think I've said this one yet, done this one yet, but my God, the other day, last night I was heading home from work. Now I had to stay till about 8 o'clock or so, so it was dark, and I'm riding home. Most everything was okay till I got within about 4 miles of home, and I'm tooling along, not going too fast, not going too slow. And all of a sudden, I look in the rearview mirror, and here comes a guy barreling. And I said, "Oh my God, look at this!" Oh, and he gets right behind me. In fact, he even honks his horn, like I'm going too slow. I'm doing the speed limit. It's 40 miles an hour. That's if it says 40. I don't know. I find it hard to explain to a traffic cop, a traffic policeman, that I was doing, 60 and a 40. It just doesn't. I don't know. I got a feeling they aren't going to buy it, and I'll be decorated with tickets. Don't want it. And also, well, it's 40 miles an hour. It beats walking. I don't know. So I if it says 40, good. 40 it is. But this guy, he at one point I couldn't even see his headlights. He was that close to me. He was like 1 to 2 feet off my bumper. If I had to stop, if a deer came out, uh, sheesh, if I sneezed, he would have plowed into the back of the vehicle, and he would not back off. There's nothing I could do about it. But eventually I found a spot where I could get off into a bit of a place, because I was almost afraid to take the 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 side step to the curb. So I thought, God, he might see this and he'll be passing me on the doggone curbside. Yeah, uh, it was insane, and I felt like I was in a stock car race or something. And luckily I got over, and he comes around me and just barrels. I don't even know what kind of car it was. It was something, it was a big car. I'm thinking possibly from the 60s, I think. And 70s maybe, when they were big and wide and stuff. And he just tools off. He goes down the road. There's about a half mile from me. There's another batch of cars, another squadron of cars heading the same direction as me, but they were ahead of me. He was on top of them within, I would say, 15 seconds. It was like, I don't know what the devil he was thinking, but he was the way that road is, he could go off it, wind up in the river, and no one would even know. I mean, till maybe they found him, somewhere, heaven knows, flowing into the either the Atlantic or the Delaware River. I mean, it was one or the other. Guy had to be crazy, and I don't get it. I mean, at best, through all that dangerous maneuver, he saved himself maybe a quarter of a mile. A quarter of a mile's worth of driving, which would be what, 15, 20, 30 seconds, something like that. And he evidently passed that guy in front of me and then drove another tenth of a mile and had to stop or slow down, get behind the person that was now being tortured. It's amazing. And the thing is, I don't know. I kind of watched where he passed the third car, second or third car, and I counted the seconds. And, he saved himself, he gained maybe a quarter mile on everyone, if that. I mean, go do that at the drag strip. Or better yet, get into a nice, juicy stock car race. Nothing wrong with, if you're all, I would imagine that would be a lot of fun. And generally those stock car drivers, especially on dirt tracks, well, they get hurt sometimes. I guess, sadly, sometimes killed. But for the most part, they can roll a car upside down, flying all over the place, and they climb out of it and they're in the next race, with with someone else's car maybe. Or maybe they fixed theirs good enough to race the next race. It's well, some of the pit crews are very good at that kind of thing. And it's like who needs brakes, I suppose, when you're on a dirt track. But you see what I'm saying? It's like there's so many places where you can go get that kind of thing out of your system. And bingo. I know. Even in an ambulance, we were told, if it's an emergency, throw on the sirens and all that, but you don't really have to do 110. Get there. That's the big thing. Get there. Chances are your patient will make it anyway. And you going over going up to a hideous speed is just asking for it. And who's going to, and the catchphrase there was, if you're the ambulance crew that was on duty, and you wreck, who's going to come for you? It's going to take a while for a crew to muster and get to the squad hall, and then get to you. So, best idea is easy, do it. You'll get there. And the patient most likely will be 99 times out of 100 probably going to be okay for the most part. Oh, I know sometimes no, but then again, that might have meant their time was up, perhaps. But you see what I'm saying? And you can't make things better by wrecking the vehicle. Just not a good idea. Okay. Anyway, that's out of my system now. But boy, I wish that guy had been more careful. He really he had people fuming probably all the way down the highway. with his baloney. And again, heaven knows what it was all about. But doggone, you got to be careful. Okay, I'll see you later. God bless. keep your eyes peeled, and always be looking in that rear view mirror too. At least every now and then, give her a gander. Okay. I mean, honestly, when I saw how close that guy was, I about had a cow. And the darn thing you could do about it. Go a little faster, he'd keep right up with you. And when you can't even see a guy's headlights, he's so close. That's time to, that's time to abandon road. I'll see you later. God bless. Bye now.